How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. On this one I'm going to talk about the Stirling Monument Mile track race that happened last Friday night. Wasn't too sure where it was going. I knew it was in Stirling Uni somewhere, and as soon as I got there, which was a bit chaotic in itself, I saw that the place was a total wind tunnel. It was wind blowing everywhere, so I knew right away it was going to be a hard race. Not just for me, but for everybody involved. So that just gives you something wee extra to think about. It was pretty busy. There was quite a few folk there, maybe about 50 to 100 people there as soon as I got there. And I was in race number 8, but you had to turn up 75 minutes before your race and you had to leave 20 minutes after your race had finished, given the COVID regulations that are in place just now. I knew it was going to be popular. This is the first race on the calendar for many months, maybe over a year, and a lot of very good club runners turned up to run in this one. So I got there quite late, about 6:15, 6:20. My race was at 20 to 7. So I had to put on my new spikes that you had to buy. You couldn't just rock up with any trainers. You had to wear track spikes or shoes that were eligible for the race, and you get your feet checked before you started. So first time wearing my spikes, but I was pretty comfortable in them. Got a decent wee warm up, but then I didn't hear the guy shout me for race number 8. I didn't hear him say race number 8. So right away, I thought I saw someone who was in my race and they were warming up on the track. As soon as you warm up on the track, that means your race is imminent. So I thought, oh, hold on a minute. So I said to the guys, this race 8, he says, yes, you better hurry up. So quick once round the track, and then we were off. So I'll try and talk you through the race now. So this is us lining up in the start line. I was meant to be in lane number 10. And then you hear the gun go off. And right away, the two youngsters in the group, they just tore away from everybody else. I think that the first boy was in the under 15 group and the second boy was under 13 group. So really young guys, and they took off like a couple of whippets. So right away you've got a decision to make. Will I go with them or will I stay with the pack? So I decided to stay with the pack. But as you can see, I was comfortable in the pack for maybe about 100 metres. And then if you look now, I'm dropping back and back. And at 200 metres, I'm at the back. I'm the last one. I turned over my shoulder, I think, to see if there was anyone else behind me, and there was no one else there. So right away, you're kind of thinking, right, don't panic. There's another 3 laps to go. Keep your cool. Hang on to the last guy that you can see. So that's what I managed to do right round in the home straight for lap number 1. So you can see here that the camera kind of focuses on the 2 youngsters, and they really got off to a really good solid start. They must have done their first lap in about 70 seconds, I think. My goal for my first lap was going to be 80. So that's how I went through once. That's the first lap done, so 3 laps to go. And you'll see me in a wee second. So that's 3rd place, 4th place, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and there's me at the back. Right, so already I'm in last place going into the second lap, and again it's just about not panicking, just about trusting in the training that you've done. So you don't see me again, unfortunately, for a little while, because the camera rightly focuses on the front of the group, the 2 young guys that are absolutely rocking it. So you can see them again. I've sped the video up. So that's lap number 2, and it's obvious from this point on that nobody is catching these 2 youngsters. Very good. I think the one is at front who's from Vicky Park, club runner, I think. So that's them coming into the home straight now. Really winding up the pace, and that's the sign of someone who's really fit. Is able to get faster and faster towards the end, and this youngster's just absolutely tearing it, and he crosses the finish line. I think his time was 5:13. The boy in second, I think, got 5:15. Then there's a big gap to 3rd. I think the 3rd place guy got something like 5:27. My target was 5:15. I was way off it. There's the 4th place coming in. Where did I finish? There you go. I managed to overtake someone on the line. I had a great last lap and I finished 5th. So yeah, not great, not a great race in terms of tactics. I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't know how to react at the beginning to the 2 youngsters who had just tore off. I thought if I went with them, I would just crumble in the last lap. So I decided to stay with the pack, but I gradually got worse and worse and went to the back of the pack. And honestly, I've been telling this to a few folk, I cannot remember laps 2 or 3. I can't remember what happened. I think it was 8th getting into the last lap, and I overtook a few folk. I had a really solid last lap, and I sprinted down the home straight. Of course you couldn't see it because the camera wasn't focusing on it, and I managed to get 5th place. So there you go. So overall, bit disappointed with my time, 5:33. I was going for 5:15, so I was way off in that respect, but I was really pleased with how I managed to close out the race, how I managed to see through the last lap. I just wondered what would have happened if I'd went with the young guys at the start, and then would I have died in the last lap, or would I have still had a strong last lap? I don't know. I'm not very experienced when it comes to track racing, so you know, just put this one down to experience, tick it off, keep it going, and let's see what happens in the next race. I've got a 3,000 metre track race next week at Crown Point in Glasgow. It's in East End, but that's only if Glasgow will be in level 2 at that time. It's looking doubtful. I'm not sure it's going to happen. Glasgow's the only place in the whole of Scotland that's still in level 3. If it's in level 2, it'll go ahead. If not, it won't go ahead. So 3,000 metres for next Friday night, and that's 7.5 laps, and I've put a provisional time in of 10 minutes 30 seconds for that. So that's 3 minutes 30 per kilometre. So quite tough for me. That's pretty much on my limit, but my training's been going really well and I've got a little bit of confidence. I didn't execute as well as I wanted to in this mile race, but hopefully I've gained a little bit of experience from that, and I'll be able to execute come my 3,000 metre race if it happens next Friday night. So that's it from me. Comment, like, subscribe if you like this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.